Hello, my name is Nora Lacey. Thank you. I'm the founder and executive director of Assyrian Arts Institute. And I don't know if you know much about Assyrian Arts Institute, but we are a nonprofit, art-focused Assyrian organization. We inaugurated the organization in 2017 on April 1st, Khabnisa, with unveiling of a public monument, Shlama, Assyrian Peace Monument, in the city of Los Altos, California. We started our effort with a small group of people of same mind, with peace in our head and love of our nation in our heart. And here we are in 2022. As the founder of this organization, many times I'm asked, what is the importance of Assyrian art? Allow me, I sit down. There are many reasons, but we should be reminded that there is a deep desire for humans to draw pictures. Humans have been drawing pictures on rocks and in caves for well over 40,000 years. Now we call this form of art rock art. These drawings were created to tell the story of human existence before humans could talk, write, before there were books, before there were movies, before there was any other way to capture the story and history of human being. The art of drawing picture was there. In 2018, in a cave beneath a residential home in Turkey, this ancient art rock was found, depicting divine procession of 8 Assyrian gods, dating back to 8th century BCE. The archaeologists claim the panel was made by local Aramean artists who adapted new Assyrian art, serving Assyrian authorities. The panel shows storm god Hadad with lightning fork, goddess Atargatis, who usually is depicted as the companion of Hadad, moon god Sin, who wears a crown of a crescent and full moon, and sun god Shamash with winged sun on his head. Scholars believe the work was left unfinished since only the gods' upper bodies are shown. The inscriptions are written in Aramaic. Symbols inscribed there represent a variety of cultures, shed new lights on the melting pot of cultures that coexisted during the early days of expansion of Mesopotamia's Neo-Assyrian Empire, nearly 3,000 years ago. We have continued to track our progress as a race and document our culture and history through art. It is vital to know who we are and show how we existed in the world. Ancient Assyrians knew this fact very well. That's why they left humanity with art that is meant to impress. Our ancient ancestors knew from the moment an art is imagined and created in relation to the world around it, under the circumstance that contributes to its creation, and what that piece means For the development of history of humankind, the art is considered a historic document and has historic value. Assyrian Art Institute and artists we associate with are trying to follow in their footsteps with art. Leave timeless Assyrian art for future generations. That's how Assyrian art are important. Art is political. It is artist's view and his freedom to express it. A socially and politically engaged artist is creative and critical thinker who reflects on issues such as history, philosophy, politics, democracy, civil and human rights, economy, migration and mobility, environment, and art. Our featured artist, Nenous Thabet, is this type of artist. He creates his painting that is reflective of his inner self and his emotions you see on canvas. One of Nenous's painting you see in this exhibition, Lamassu and Hammer, there, this picture, it has a political message about the destruction of Assyrian antiquities and history of humanity with the hammer in the hands of ISIS. Assyrian art is a reflection of our society. Like a mirror, it holds up the identity of our nation that you can trace that back historically. A creative artist reaches deep, meditates, and when his thoughts are formed in his mind, he allows them to flow through his hand into his canvas. In this painting, Exodus, Hannibal Alchas created a historic document when he painted the town of Gilgamesh and Enkidu by the river. See that there? And the migration of indigenous Assyrians from their homeland due to atrocity and genocide. To keep the culture alive and present in people's mind, Assyrian Art Institute encouraged Assyrian artists to stay within the community and engage with the society at large. We empower them to continue creating art, so through the exhibition, the organization could serve as an educational resource to link past history with our modern society. This way, we could keep the culture and traditions alive, show that we have continued, and to overcome the resistance of being acknowledged as descendant of ancient Assyrians. We Assyrians are a stateless nation, given the complexity of establishing and maintaining our ethnic identity. First, we have to be a strong community, well connected to global Assyrian communities, attract and keep our people within the community, as this is the only way we believe we could continue. Second, we all have to raise global awareness and consciousness in order to avoid possible extinction. We could do both using the universal language of art. That's why Assyrian arts are important. When today's Assyrians are no longer in control of their ancestral land, have dissipated to various regions around the globe, and face a future of struggle to maintain their identity, arts could bring the community together, bridge the differences, help better understand our tragedies, perhaps rethink our priorities, and create places of understanding, healing, and connectedness. This is a painting by Esther Elias, where she says, "I'm trying to find myself in your face." This artist is obviously showing her longing to belong to the Assyrian community. At AAI, we are proud to say that through art, we have been able to attract and bring back many talented and productive Assyrian artists back into the community. In 2018, AAI created an all-female choir of classically trained, highly educated, professional vocalists called Assyrian women. We call them goddesses because they are beautiful and impressive. We started with 9 women in 2018. The ensemble grew to 12 impressive women in 2019. Then we had to stop for a couple of years during COVID, and now we are preparing their 3rd concert series on December 3rd and December 4th. This year, with 20 impressive singers. These Assyrian goddesses come from different parts of the world to perform with equally talented singers for diverse audience to showcase Assyrian art, language, and culture. They have enjoyed being part of the Assyrian Women Vocal Ensemble community, Assyrian community at large, and they proudly present our culture and heritage to impress public audience. Actually, we have a member of Assyrian women here in this class today. Yes, Monica, would you please? The dedication of these women have been beyond expectation. For example, Shoshana is the daughter of a prominent Assyrian from Ukraine. Shoshana is the last lady on the left at the bottom. She's from Ukraine. With her country being at war, Shoshana will be with us in December. If you could come to Bay Area and attend Assyrian Women concert on December 3rd and December 4th this year, you will meet Shoshana and hear her sing solo in Ukrainian language. As dedicated and highly qualified these women are, we have started to give them more responsibility at AAI. Sweeney Bitsargis, which is two girls from, Sweeney Bitsargis, and then I'll talk about Leah as well. Yes, Sweeney Bitsargis is now a choir coordinator, establishing Assyrian Children's Choir, and Leah Sayat is now children's voice teacher. I wish we had more time so I could tell you how wonderful each and every woman in this ensemble is. We are truly blessed by having them within the Assyrian community. Besides singing like angel, these precious children have learned to sing in Assyrian language, where despite the fact, actually, let me go back and give you a little bit more background. We started with 21 children last Christmas, and now, in less than a year, we have 35 highly talented and musically inclined Assyrian children who have passed Sweeney Bitsargis audition and have been part of Assyrian Children's Choir. They already had 2 virtual performances singing 3 parts harmony with 3 different voices, which never been seen or heard in Assyrian community. So besides singing like angels,
These precious children have learned to sing in Assyrian language, where despite the fact that they are raised by Assyrian parents, most of them never talked a word of Assyrian language until they joined the choir. Sweeney had worked with every one of them to make sure they pronounce each word correctly when they sing. Children have worked very hard, but since they have continued with the choir, we are confident they wish to stay within the community and to continue enjoying the connection they have made with other Assyrian children from global Assyrian communities. Parents are delighted and have expressed their appreciation for the opportunity. This children's choir, we started it as a choir that we will enjoy children singing, but it has been an amazing addition to our culture. As I said, children are singing in Assyrian language. They're learning Assyrian language for the first time. To our surprise, that has not happened at home. But not very surprised, because in this country it's a melting pot. Everybody speaks English. They go to school speaking English. So, and some of them were very, very shy. And now they stand and let their parents videotape them, knowing that their videotape will be producing a choir song that will be seen by thousands of people. They know of each other in different parts of the world. We have children from Sydney, Australia. Actually, Josh, this guy with the blue tie, is super talented. He has been picked as a virtuoso, and he is under a special education in Sydney, Australia for gifted artists. So he is singing, of course he's Assyrian and singing with Assyrian Children's Choir. So, they are confident. I think they are going to grow to be, their confidence will grow as they grow, and they will do public speaking when they grow up. So it has been truly a blessing, and I am just so proud of them that I have to just say more about them than what I have here. And going back to the writing, I can't wait to show off these talented children live to create public awareness for our nation. We already have Bank of America who sponsors them, but we need more visibility and support for these precious children. And as you can imagine, Bank of America doesn't sponsor just anybody. So we are very proud of this Assyrian Children's Choir. So if you know children in your community, in your family, that are musically inclined, every one of these children have studied music. They know how to follow notes. That's why they know how to sing in multiple voices and blend in harmony. Again, I think next year we might have a concert. We just don't want to bring them together to sing together as long as there's COVID. We just don't want to take that risk with children. But hopefully, God willing, this COVID will be over, and we can bring concerts to you where multiple singers sing together closely without fear of COVID or wearing masks, which is, I don't know how people sing. Yeah. AI registered as a member of UNESCO and was invited to participate in their 50th Dance Congress. We exhibited 3 Assyrian dances in 2017 in Athens, Greece. Our traditional and cultural dances were seen and studied by dance scholars in attendance who appreciated our heritage, especially our traditional costumes, umalet, when they ask to borrow them, wear them, and take pictures in them, and of course we accommodated them. I'm not sure if you know Omar Bashir. He did a concert in convention in 2019 before COVID again. But Omar Bashir is son of Munir Bashir, who influenced and elevated Iraqi music. Is considered an oud virtuoso. I learned about Omar Bashir being Assyrian from a friend, late Maestro Joel Revson, who was one of the conductor of Metropolitan Opera Orchestra, who died of COVID. I invited Omar to US for 3 concerts at the end of August 2019, one of the concerts being at the Assyrian National Convention 2019, and he agreed to join us after his concert in Baalbek Temple in Lebanon. I don't know how much you know about Baalbek Temple in Lebanon, but it is the oldest Roman temple in history. And it is a very, very important venue, and not too many artists are allowed to perform in Baalbek Temple. One of the artists that I don't know if you know that she's Assyrian, Fairuz. Fairuz is, one of the best vocalists and singers in human history, of Middle Eastern singing, of course. And she's Assyrian. So she performed in Baalbek Temple because the whole Middle East and Arabs just adore her. She is very old. Unfortunately, we cannot bring her and have her concert for us. She's over mid-80s. So she's not traveling lately, but she was one of them. And then Omar Bashir was another one. And Omar had 2 concerts, actually, in Baalbek in August, right before he came to United States to perform for Assyrian community. And his concerts, each of his concerts were like 4,000 people, and then he came to United States and performed for us. And of course, AAI and myself, we really wanted to see Omar Bashir within the community as an important artist of this community. So I invited him and his band to stay at my house. I cooked Assyrian food for them. And by the time they left, I think Omar was Assyrianized. Because he asked my mom to find him a wife, Assyrian wife, that can cook Assyrian food. So mom is still watching because Omar wants to come back and perform for Assyrians again, hopefully in 2023, God willing. When he was leaving, he asked what he can do for Assyrian nation, because he really wanted to keep the legacy of his father alive. So I asked him to produce instrumental Assyrian music that we never had. We always have Assyrian music that have singers, but we have beautiful music that never been performed as instrumental that we can listen to and relax with. And he agreed to do that, and he met his commitment. He took 12 beautiful Assyrian songs, and he arranged them for today's audience. And we actually have his CDs that are for sale for $20. If you wish to have Assyrian music instrumental from one of the geniuses of this nation. So these are people that AAI, through art, has brought back into the community to make their contribution. Because
if you agree that we need to stay a strong community, keep our people within the community because that's the only way we can continue, and then do public awareness so people of the world, global audience, know we exist, then maybe the universal language of art could help, because there is no language barrier when you are showing off the art, the beautiful art of Assyrians to any culture around the world. One of the amazing artists that we have within the community is Nenous Thabet. We are fortunate to have him among us today, and Nenous is, we call him an Assyrian hero, because when he was 16 years old, as a sculptor, he watched, in 2014, he watched ISIS destroy Assyrian antiquity, and that was very offensive to him as an artist, and he went back and started restoring and making replica of Assyrian antiquities with the virtuoso that he is. I think he could easily represent the art of our ancient ancestors that are considered an art that is hard to be reproduced. And I want to invite Nenous to show you how talented he is by sculpting an Assyrian relief in less than an hour.
Oh.